Loving this gorgeous weather, so I figured it was time to get back outside and do the video from outside. Once again, I'm down strolling along the gorgeous Rotary Park Boardwalk. Again, as I said before, one of my favorite places to come. This week I thought it'd be a great idea to touch on price reductions and kind of talk about that a little bit. And why talk about price reductions? Well, in some segments of our market here in Yellowknife right now, we are seeing definitely a buyer's market. There's others that are very much a seller's market, but definitely in some of the segments, we're noticing that some of the prices are having to be adjusted a little bit. So first things first, when is a good time to start considering a price reduction? Generally a good time to kind of initially start looking at a price reduction is around the 30-day point. 30 days is generally a good time to take a look at all the efforts put behind trying to sell your property and decide if a price reduction is in the cards. So what are some of the things that your realtor should take into account before considering a price reduction with you? Basically, you're going to want to review your listing activity. This includes website hits. How much activity is your listing still getting on the website? How much of that activity is actual new hits or just people circling back to get more information? What kind of advertising has been done to promote your property? Whether it's social media or whether it's traditional print advertising, you want to make sure that the proper amount of advertising has been done to get good exposure for your property. Open houses are another big one. If you're going to have an open house, you want to have that open house in the first 30 days. That's when the activity is the hottest, and that's when the best time is to get people through the home while it's new and fresh. And one last important thing is feedback. What kind of feedback has been generated from the showings that have happened at your home? What are people telling you? It's important to listen to what potential buyers are saying about your place in relation to the price and where it sits on the market. After really taking time to assess your listing activity, the next thing, and one of the last things before a potential price reduction you want to talk about, is what is your motivation? What is your listing motivation? If you're motivated to sell quickly, if you need to get out of your home, then it's going to be far more likely that you'll want to consider a price reduction to help move the property along. If you're content to kind of just sit and see what the market brings, if there's going to be any changes or if you happen to be in an unstable market, then in all likelihood, you're going to be fine sitting at your original price for a little bit longer. Once the decision's been made to do a price reduction, the next magic question is how much? And it's not a clear-cut answer. The logic behind how much is ideally you want this to be the only price reduction you have to do. You want this to be the price reduction that's going to put you at a price point that buyers can't say no. And that can be a different amount depending on where you sit in a price range. In Yellowknife, for instance, a home that's priced around the $400,000 range, a $5,000 price drop might drop it below that number, and all of a sudden now it's seeing a whole different audience of people. A home that's in the $600,000 price range is not going to see the same effects of a $5,000 price drop. You're going to have to try and find a number that really makes a difference to the overall perspective. Again, the goal of the price reduction is to freshen up the property and get it back into the eyes of potential buyers. Whether that price reduction is because of a market correction or whether your motivation has just changed and it's a little more urgent that you sell now, either way, you're looking to get fresh eyes or possibly eyes that have looked at it before re-interested in the property. So that's it for today, Yellowknife. Thanks so much for watching as always. Once again, please take the time to check out all my social media channels, whether it be my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. I'm always putting lots of good stuff up there and lots of interesting information. And make sure to stop by the Yellowknife Chamber of Commerce trade show this weekend. It's always a great event with lots of cool exhibitors. You can stop by and see the Century 21 Prospect Realty team as well. And everybody will be there and having a great time, I'm sure. Until next week, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your week.